Yes, this is the political room. This is the political room. And it's my hope that you are doing great. It's my hope that you are doing great. You are doing fine. I'm also doing okay. And these are some of the things that we're going to share as a family. Good evening. Good evening. In case you are watching us from diaspora, you just tell us, tell me what's the time according to where you are. Welcome to the political room. And into the political room, we're going to look at some of the things that are now making headlines. One of them is this. MP Karoli Omondi issues a stern warning to Educate after filing motion to kick Sifuna out of ODM. So Karoli has issued a stern warning on Educate over a motion to kick Sifuna out of ODM. One thing that has caught the attention of many people is how Edwin Sifuna is actually attracting attention nationally. That one has really shocked many people. And now Karoli Omondi is now cautioning Educate, the Migori senator, against bringing a motion to have Sifuna censured as the SG of ODM. This is amid calls by Utindia Molo. Utindia Molo, Emilio Odhiambo, among other legislatures, had urged the party leader Oburu Odinga to see how everyone in ODM can be brought on board. As we speak, there is a sharp difference between Junet Mohammed and Edwin Sifuna, among other leaders. Of course, there are wrangles between Robert Alai and Babu Owino. So ODM is not in peace. ODM is in tatters as we speak. So that is why Karoli Omondi, the Suba South Member of Parliament, has also issued a stern warning to who? Karoli Omondi has issued a stern warning to Educate, the Migori senator. Okay, let me look at other stories that are now making headline. Other stories that, of course, are making headlines. So this is according to Suba South Member of Parliament Karoli Omondi, who is now saying Educate's claims against Edwin Sifuna has no legal legs to stand. So Karoli Omondi is again backing Edwin Sifuna. Sifuna is under fire by a section of ODM leaders. Junet is also under fire by those who love Sifuna. So those who love Junet are castigating Sifuna, while those who love Junet are also castigating Sifuna. Those who love Sifuna are castigating Junet. And so there is a lot of confusion in ODM, and the party leader, Dr. Oburu Odinga, is still silent on the issue. And now Karoli Omondi is now cautioning who? Cautioning Educate, the senator for Migori, against what it terms as molesting and bullying Edwin Sifuna. So what will happen if Sifuna is kicked out? There might be mass defections. There might be mass defections. Sifuna can as well go, but so many people might defect. People might defect from ODM, and that is a possibility. People might also decide to stay, but Sifuna, as we speak, carries a lot of weight. Sifuna carries a lot of weight in ODM, and if Sifuna is kicked out of ODM, it will not be business as usual. Sifuna might go with the like-minded leaders like Babu Owino. Sifuna might go with the like-minded leaders talk of Caleb Amisi, talk of who? Talk of Karoli Omondi, talk of many other leaders Sifuna can walk out with, and that one can result into a lot of more confusion within the ODM party. ODM is now facing renewed internal tensions as calls to remove Edwin Sifuna, the Nairobi senator, from his position as SG grows louder. That is that story. Nixon Mavaza, good to see you. Good to see you. So mass defections looms, and pertaining to the squabbles between Edwin Sifuna and Junet Mohammed. Sifuna had told Junet Mohammed that he is the one who bungled the 2022 general elections, which Raila Odinga lost to William Ruto. So that is according to what is now happening in the field of politics. So finally, a CCTV footage has been released concerning the incident which took place at a restaurant in Nairobi, where there was an altercation between Babu Owino and Robert Alai. According to Babu Owino, Alai had released his gun to shoot him. That is what is happening. So Alais have strongly dismissed the claims, cautioning against what they describe as trial by public opinion. So that is it. Babu Owino is insisting that Alai removed his gun to shoot him, while Alai's team are vehemently opposing the move, and that is what is happening in the corridors. That is what's happening in the corridors. I don't know if this is true, but Moses Kuria was reportedly admitted in hospital. I don't know. This is 5 hours ago. Details surrounding Moses Kuria's illness and the facility where he's receiving treatment have not been made public. But word is out here that Moses Kuria was admitted to a unknown hospital. The hospital has not been disclosed. It went ahead by again here. Moses Kuria, Robert Alai had paid a visit to Moses Kuria, but they refused to name the hospital where Kuria was admitted. So that is it. There's also something that is there. And shortly after that rumor, Moses Kuria resurfaced again, and it's like after 4 hours ago, Kuria came later and denied that he's not in hospital. So those are things that are trending. Moses Kuria addresses health rumors. Moses Kuria addresses health rumors. So the denial has sparked reactions from Kenyans, with some expressing relief and others questioning the motives behind the fake news. So it is like it was some fake news that Moses Kuria had been admitted to unknown hospital. South Sea building developer now is in hot soup after an indemnity or indemnity form puts him on spot. Okay, this indemnity form was signed by developers upon Prince Hey2. Hello. The indemnity form, which was signed by developers upon receipt of approval of their building plans by Nairobi City County Assembly, as a central document in ongoing investigations into the South Sea building collapse, clearly outlining where legal responsibility lies. All right, that is it. That is it. That is how it is. I want to tell you good night, my friend Moses. May God bless you. Thank you so much. How are you doing? Before you hand over the good night notes, tell me something. Tell me something. Tell me something. Tell me something. And by the way, a lot of Kenyans are now blaming Robert Alai, especially from ODM, Luos for that matter, are now saying that why should Alai shoot a Luo? Babu Owino is from Luo Nyanza, Robert Alai is also from Luo Nyanza. Why should Babu Owino Robert Alai shoot Babu Owino? What is it that they now quarrel about? Or what is the feud about? What is the feud about? Okay. Let me also go through this. Okay. Let me do this. Let me do this. I am still president. Maduro declares in shackles at US court, pleads not guilty. Maduro insists and declares that he is still the president. Maduro is the president of Venezuela. Maduro is the president of Venezuela, and while appearing in court in USA, he declared that he is still the president of Venezuela. As we speak, the deputy, his deputy has taken over as the interim deputy, president. The deputy of Maduro has taken over as as the interim president of Venezuela, waiting for Maduro to come back. So the captured Venezuelan president, known as Nicolas Maduro, was led to New York court in handcuffs. So Maduro is facing charges. Among them is drug trafficking, narcotics terrorism, and drug trafficking, among other charges that is faced with. Okay, and I can clearly see some pictures here where he is in handcuffed. He is in handcuffed, or is handcuffed. I think this one had focused on. So this is also unique. So the UN Council holds or has held an emergency meeting, or is holding an emergency meeting. The US Council, how do you call it? The UN Security Council is holding an emergency meeting on the Venezuela President Nicolas Maduro. So the UN are holding an emergency meeting. So this meeting is to ensure that there is a truce between US and Venezuela. Now, did the USA intrude into another country? Did the USA broke in or breach a serious international security? Is it a breach of the international law? Maybe if I have some senior lawyers here, if I have lawyers or people with great vast understanding on the issues of diplomacy, can also lecture us or can also tell us in the comment section why the US, the UN, the United Security Council are holding an emergency meeting. So they are holding an emergency meeting to try and find a solution to bring order, because it is like a breach of the world order. Donald Trump, the president of the United States of America, is now somehow breaching the world order. Is Donald Trump allowed to just go and capture a president of a sovereign country in his country? This is what Yoweri Kaguta Museveni said about the ongoing issue in Venezuela. Museveni said that they can defeat US, that Uganda can defeat US. So this is what he said: we can defeat the US in a war. Uganda President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni threatens United States of America, which is led by President Donald Trump. So Uganda has threatened USA. Uganda has threatened USA. President Yoweri Museveni of Uganda recently claimed that his country could defeat the US in a military conflict in a statement which has currently captured the attention of people globally. Okay, so this is what Museveni said: Uganda has the courage, the discipline, and the will to defend itself. Let me tell you, we could stand against even the United States if need be. Museveni said. Teresia Wangari. Hello. How are you doing? So Museveni is trying to say that Uganda can defeat America. Uganda military is more, disciplined, tactical, is more of some robust techniques that they can fight with they can fight with the American Special Forces and defeat them. I think Museveni should stop becoming a comedian. Museveni is becoming a comedian. Uganda and America. I don't know. Uganda and America. Wangari, maybe if you can tell us, do you think Uganda can actually defeat American army? Can Ugandan army defeat American army? I want to get on my knees to please you, Jesus, and feel your salvation all over my face. Wow, Joe Cash. You want to get on your knees. You want to pray? Pray for us too. Pray for the world. Pray for the needy. Pray for the sick. Pray for those who are serious with the life of others. Pray. I do advise you to pray. So that's it. That's it. Let's move on this other issue again. Let us move on this other issue, and Cuba. We are now facing Cubans. Cuba calls for collective defense against U.S. threats in Latin America. Speaking at an extraordinary summit of the CELAC on Sunday, that is yesterday, Bruno Rodriguez, Cuba's Minister of Foreign Affairs, underlined that the U.S. action represent an existential threat of a historical nature transcending all political and ideological lines. Latin America is not a disputed territory, nor does it belong to anyone other than the sovereignty of its people, underlined Rodriguez. U.S. President Donald Trump's statements about taking over Venezuela oil industry as colonial undertones. All right. So Rodriguez has actually sharply disagreed with the action which was taken by Donald Trump to do what? To capture Venezuela because of its oil. So that is what is happening right now. This is what the DCI is now saying, and to the DCI through DCI boss Amin has actually made this now public. The DCI, the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, wishes to update the public on the ongoing investigations into the tragic death of Cyrus Jirongo, and that is it. According to DCI, the team comprised of homicide detectives or experts from the Crime Research and Intelligence Bureau and forensic specialists from the National Forensic Laboratory. The investigators visited. In short, the DCI are saying that Jirongo died out of a road accident and not any other thing. Not murder, but out of a road accident. That's what the DCI have now come to release. So who was Cyrus Jirongo? Let me just... Who was Cyrus Jirongo? Cyrus Jirongo was a former cabinet minister during the Moi era, a former member of parliament for Lugari, and also one of the critics of William Ruto, former patron of YK92, Youth for KANU, a movement which made President Moi to become president in 1992. Let's swiftly tell you or explain to you why many Kenyans believe Cyrus Jirongo was assassinated. There are some of this. Let me just play some of the Jirongo's sound, or rather voice note. Jirongo was very controversial. Cyrus Jirongo. I think I have the sound. That sound of Cyrus Jirongo. Cyrus Jirongo. The late Cyrus Jirongo. Let me play that sound for you. Cyrus Jirongo. Let me play the speech about Cyrus Jirongo about William Ruto. Cyrus Jirongo, the speech of Cyrus Jirongo about William Ruto. Let's listen in.
Over 24 years with the wrongs that have been done in roughly just 1,000 days. Not 1,000, I think, about 1,000 days. Give and take, 2.5 years. So when you look at where we are going, Kenyans have to come out very clearly. First of all, we must understand. Obviously, it doesn't matter what the current president does. Wants to ban this country. He has to go home in 2027. And Kenyans need now start thinking very carefully, because we tend to be manipulated by words. People talk. We don't even.
So on July, this Cyrus Jirongo appearing on a certain media in Kenya on July 16th, Jirongo actually told Kenyans through that interview that no matter what William Ruto does, William Ruto must go home in 2027 unless he wants to ban Kenya. Cyrus Jirongo was a very controversial man. Another speech of Jirongo. So this is a guy who had so many secrets about the government. Cyrus Jirongo had so many secrets about the government. Let's take a look at, listen into this.
And remember, when I was leaving, I was told, nikisikia hii kitu mahali yengine, utaona. So I realized I'm playing with a grave here. I got to be careful. So no Arabto. Every morning, I reported at 6 o'clock. I was asked one question only. Where did you get this information? And what is this that you disagreed with the president over? And my answer was very simple. Ask the president. He told me not to discuss it with anybody else. And I said that for 2 months, reporting at CID headquarters, because I realized if I opened my mouth to explain that I went to the president with these details and that, then the president will get the same information from Noah. And it will be clear that I'm discussing what we disagreed upon with other people. And I've been warned, nitajua. Then I'll be dead meat. I never mentioned it. And remember, when I was leaving, I was told,
so the manner at which Cyrus Jirongo died really seriously raised a series of suspicions. One, Cyrus Jirongo was involved in a road accident, and only the driver recorded a statement, no statements from passengers, no CCTV footage, no passenger recorded what transpired or took a photo or a video with their smartphones. So it was just like that. How Jirongo ended up at Naivasha is a mystery. Jirongo was to go to Gigiri, his home. But now the DCI are saying that according to an investigation that they have done, Jirongo died due to a road accident. I don't know what to think. I don't know what can you say about it. But that is what the DCI are now telling Kenyans. It's that's the official statement. That is a statement from DCI boss Amin. DCI boss Amin. That's what's happening and is trending right away. So according to DCI, Cyrus Jirongo's death appears to be road accident. No foul play. No foul play in Cyrus Jirongo's murder. No, accident. There is no foul play. Earlier on, colleagues, politicians, Kenyans took to the various social media platforms to castigate the government over a coordinated murder. Remember, Jirongo had written a book, and he was supposed to release the book. The book was written a long time ago, but he could not release the book because of the contents inside that book. Kim Jong-un has told Donald Trump that he is ready for war. But we don't need a war. Okay. What kind of face is that? So that's it. That's it. Okay. Minecraft, I do see you. This one is also trending right away. Colombian president vows to take up arms if US attacks. Colombian president has now vowed to take up arms if the United States of America attacks him. So Colombian President Gustavo Petro has vowed to take up arms in the event of US attack. This is what the Colombian president had to say. This is according to him in a post on X. This is what Petro posted, the Colombian president. Although I have not been a military man, I know about war and clandestinity. I swore not to touch a weapon again since the 1989 Peace Pact. But for the homeland, I will reluctantly take up arms again, he said. So, Petro Gustavo has now told President Trump that he will defend himself if US attacks Colombia, or if is attacked by USA. He will do what? Defend himself. He will defend what? Himself. He will defend himself. So that is what is happening. So Donald Trump is now daring each country Okay. This is very heartbreaking. A gunman has attacked US Vice President's home. So the United States Vice President J.D. Vance on Monday confirmed that a crazy person tried to break into his Ohio home by hammering on the windows. Let me read this post from Vance. I appreciate everyone's well wishes about the attack at our home. As far as I can tell, a crazy person tried to break in by hammering the windows. I am grateful to the Secret Service and the Sinati police for responding quickly. We weren't even home as we had returned already to DC, Washington, DC. That is also something that has rocked the world. Now that President Trump talked about capturing Cuba, the home country of Fidel Castro, the man America couldn't, play around with. This is gonna be historical. Okay, that is all about the issues that now rock the country. There is this pastor who is now sensitizing on cancer awareness, and he is from Murang'a County. He's actually on his now journey of hugging a tree for 80 hours. Hugging a tree for 80 hours. He's hugging a tree to sensitize on cancer awareness. And he's hugging a tree for 80 hours. Earlier on, Truvena Mudhoni from Nyeri had also hugged a tree for 72 hours. Now, another person, James Mburu, is also hugging a tree for 80 good hours. I don't know if you will get the hype which Truvena Mudhoni got. That is what is also in the spheres. That's also something that, of course, we are keenly looking at. That is something that we are keenly looking at. And let me end by this. Let me look at what? Let me look at relationships. Let me look at relationships. What are signs, relationships? What are signs that someone doesn't want to be your friend? What are some of these signs that someone doesn't want to be your friend? Okay? What are some of these signs that someone doesn't want to be your friend? You can think about it. What are some of these behaviors that will show that that a particular person does not want to be your friend? Number one, they will not get interested into your stories. That's number one. I think you can also feel the others. You can also feel the others. You can also feel the others. Another issue is this: Millie Odhiambo now rejects Ruto's death penalty, backs tough action against drug traffickers. Remember, President William Ruto has proposed that, or he has even insisted that he is going to spearhead the changing of a law to ensure that those who are involved in drug trafficking are hanged or are issued with a death penalty through hanging. So all of them will be hanged. All of them will be hanged. Ruto announced his plan on January 3rd in Moiben constituency. And there, the president highlighted statistics showing over 4.7 million Kenyans aged 15 to 65 abuse drugs or alcohol. That is according to Ruto, reacting on Nakada report. He called the crisis a national emergency that affects health, security, and the economy. And now Millie Odhiambo is opposed to that move. Millie Odhiambo calls for the accountability and harsh punishments without resorting to irreversible measures. Her position highlights the ethical and legal debates shaping Parliament's review of proposed amendments. That is what is trending right now. So this is what Millie Odhiambo posted on her Facebook page. I support very serious action, including life sentencing, against those selling drugs and those who corruptly let them go scot-free. I, however, oppose the death penalty. So that is a post on Facebook, which has now raised a lot of eyebrows. Do you support the death penalty, where if you are found to be drug trafficking, you are punished by death, the death penalty, through hanging? You are hanged. Remember Ruto has told Kenyans that he is going to make Kenya be like Singapore. And many people have not taken Ruto seriously. I don't know how Ruto is going to achieve Kenya being like Singapore, but it is possible based on that trajectory. Based on that trajectory. Yes, so that is what is currently trending. That is what is currently trending in the field of news. Let me visit another story. 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 And another story is this. Let me see another story before I sleep. Let me take you through this story. So this is just in again 80 deaths recorded as a result of the invasion from US with Venezuela. So there were explosions. Explosions were reportedly. Just a minute. So the ongoing conflict and diplomatic violations between Venezuela and the United States of America have resulted into 80 deaths, according to various observers and also according to various sources. So that's it. I think I'll have to end there. Maybe if I look at one story, then we close. If I look at one story, then we close the live. Let me look at one story, then we close the live. Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja deploys police officers nationwide, and that one is something that took place some time back. I think it's high time. It's high time. I also go and take some supper, eat. Okay. I may now go through the comments. Shak, hello, how are you? Good evening from wherever you are. It is my pleasure that you are doing great. Let me go through the comments. Let me make quick shouts to my top fans. Prince, GZA, Teresia Wangari, Minecraft, Nixon Mavaza, Shark, I can see you. Thank you so much. Joy Cash, Juma, Sam Kayura. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for making it right here, where we break down issues that are of pertinent concern, and we give the overview of how it happened and when it happened, why it happened, what made it happen. That is how we do it here. That's how we do it here. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna Jirongo was not murdered. So according to my brother here, according to Za, Jirongo was not murdered. Why do you say Jirongo was not murdered? Why do you say Jirongo was not murdered? Because in a normal accident, passengers, those who boarded the bus, would have also recorded or shared with the public what happened, like it normally happens in many accidents in Kenya. Passengers would come, it was an accident. I'm not against it being an accident, but I'm just asking, kama mtu amepata, kama gari imepata ajali kama ile iligonga Jirongo, gari ya Jirongo, na abiria walikuwa ndani 67 vile according to the driver, na hawa abiria 67 hakuna hata mmoja alijitokeza akasema tulipata hii ajali saa kama hii wakati kama hii, na Our abiria wasi record whatever happened kwa simu zao. You want to say that the whole of the 67 passengers, none of them never recorded even from their phones what happened? So many people have died in a road accidents recently, or were they murdered as well? We are talking about Cyrus Jirongo, a highly profiled politician. Cyrus Jirongo is not an ordinary Kenyan. He's a senior citizen. He's a former member of parliament. He's a former cabinet minister. There are so many questions that surround the death of Cyrus Jirongo. One, Jirongo was supposed to go to his home, but he ended up in Gigiri. He ended up in Naivasha. Jirongo had met during that day, he spent his good time with Speaker Moses Wetangula, according to reports that are in the public domain. So, I will not rubbish that Jirongo did not die, that Jirongo died out of a road accident. There could be more. There could be more out of it. Was Jirongo to live forever then? If somebody causes your death, then it is a crime. If somebody causes your death, if somebody knocks your car or knocks you down with a car or with anything, then that death must be investigated. Then the purported victims must be brought to book, taken to court, and await trial. So yes, nobody will live forever. But if you die in a manner which is not natural, either through sickness or natural causes, such as sickness, then we don't say you have died peacefully. We say you are assassinated. Because Jirongo, with the so many stories that have come out, Jirongo was living on a borrowed time. Jirongo Cyrus was living on a borrowed time. So I think his death must be investigated. His death must be looked into. We have to ask serious questions without those questions being quashed. All right? Okay, but kama kawaida, we are not judging. I'm not judging. I'm not judging. Moses Wetangula among others, have now recorded statements as DCI probes death of Jirongo. Moses Wetangula, among others, have now recorded statements with the DCI as the DCI now goes ahead with the death probe of Cyrus Jirongo, who died as a result of road accident. At the funeral, they blasted Mudavadi and Wetangula. Very unfortunate. It was very unfortunate. So, in a statement issued on Monday today by the DCI, yesterday was Monday, the DCI and Wetangula, alongside the owner of a bar, sorry, just a minute. So Wetangula and among other leaders who were with Jirongo in his last hours have now recorded a statement with the DCI amid ongoing investigation about Jirongo's death. I think I have like 4 minutes, and in those 4 minutes I'll just take a look at reading the comments and seeing what is happening in the world of power. Okay? In the world of power. By the way, I hope that your life is good. I hope that all is well with you. Things are fine. Happy New Year. If it's when you are tuning in for the first time, Happy New Year to you. I really appreciate and honor you in a special way. My name is Moses Otieno, and we are live from Homa Bay. I am live from Homa Bay, and it is my pleasure to meet different kinds of people in this channel. I cherish you, I value you, and I think that what can help us is nothing but the truth. Telling the truth. You should be truthful at all costs. You should be truthful at all costs. So Kenyans will be waiting for the DCI to release their final report on the Jirongo accident saga. And of course, we shall be following closely to see what is now in the offing as far as the issue of Jirongo accident is concerned. Jirongo was buried last year, and I think may the soul of Cyrus Jirongo rest in peace. Okay? That is it. I think without much ado, it is now some small minutes remaining for me to end the show. It was fun, it was joy, it was fantastic engaging with you people, my good people, my friends, my fans. Thank you so much. It is because of you that this channel has been able to be where it is. This is the political room, and here we talk about nothing but politics one-on-one. Okay. Nobody in our opposition ranks as mobilized and assailable, but will be ready by okay, I think we'll have to end it here. Thank you so much, guys. I'm really grateful that everything is happening under the care of God. I feel to end it here. Tomorrow is another day. We shall talk more about what brings us together as a people of the world. I think I shall end it there. For those who have come late, next time try and come earlier so that we can be together in whatever thing we are doing. I think that is it. I think that is it. I think that is it. And so that is what is now making things work in a manner that is expected. Otherwise, guys, thank you so much. It was pleasure and fun having you in this channel. Thank you so much, guys. I'm very pleased. I'm very happy. I'm very jovial about you people joining this particular live. Muiweke hapa ni nyumbani kwa habari za kina na habari ambazo ni za kuaminika. Otherwise, allow me to end it there. Goodbye for now. Until let's face it tomorrow early in the morning in our next show. Goodbye for now. Thank you. My name is Moses. My name is Moses Utieno, in case you've forgotten. My name is Moses Utieno, and thank you so much. Until next time, tomorrow early in the morning, goodbye for now.